The night wind follows Lan home. She cannot shake her father's words. Money. 25 million each month. 3 years. Her chest feels hollow. The city lights blur behind her tears. She unlocks her small apartment and sinks to the floor. The silence presses harder than sound. She opens her laptop, searches old messages. No mention of any support. Only her mother's reminders to save responsibly. She remembers the night she fainted at work. The hospital lights. The smell of antiseptic. No one came. No call from home. She thought they were busy. Now she knows. She was never meant to ask for help. Morning comes gray and cold. Her father calls. Come to my office. His voice is rough, almost broken. Papers cover his desk like fallen leaves. Bank statements, dates, transfers. Lines of numbers that feel like betrayal. He points to the screen. This money was meant for you. Lan stares at the digits, tries to breathe. The sums add up to millions. Her name appears, crossed, replaced by Thur's account. Her mother's signature sits below each transfer. Lan's stomach twists. This started 3 years ago, her father says. Right when your graduate program began. Her fingers tremble as she flips another page. A trust fund. Her grandmother's inheritance. Gone. Every month, smaller withdrawals until nothing remains. Lan bites her lip until she tastes blood. That money was for medical school. Her father nods, eyes wet behind his glasses. I trusted her, we both did. He leans back, exhausted. Lan sees him not as an engineer, but a man betrayed. He whispers, she said you were fine. Lan remembers her mother's words. You're strong, you always manage. She thought it was praise. Now it feels like a sentence. The memories pile up like dust. Her torn shoes stapled together. The nights spent studying on an empty stomach. The time she begged for a used anatomy book. Her mother's answer, that's a luxury. Lan closes her eyes. If she screams, the walls will break. Instead, she takes a deep breath. I want to see everything. Her father hesitates. It will hurt. It already does. He hands her the folder. Inside, she finds every transfer to Thur. Every lie disguised as love. Lan traces the ink with shaking fingers. Each number feels like a bruise that never healed. Her voice cracks but stands firm. She stole from me. Her father nods slowly. From both of us. Lan stands, the papers clutched to her chest. The chandelier, light from her memory, flickers again. Perfect table, perfect mother, perfect lie. She looks at her father. I'm going to make her tell the truth. He meets her gaze, weary but proud. Then we start today. Lan walks to the window. The morning light cuts through the blinds. It feels cold, but clean. For the first time, she knows what she has lost. And what she is willing to fight for. The next evening, Lan waits in silence. Her father sits across the table, pale and tense. The doorbell rings. Mrs. Han enters, perfume sharp and cold. She looks at the papers spread on the desk. So, you went through our accounts. Her tone carries both accusation and disbelief. Lan doesn't blink. I went through the truth. Her mother laughs softly, brittle as glass. You're overreacting. Thur needed the money more. Lan clenches her jaw. I needed it to survive. Mr. Min lowers his head, voice trembling. Han, that was her tuition, her future. Mrs. Han's eyes flash with impatience. Lan is strong. She manages everything. Thur is delicate. The word cuts like a knife. Lan remembers nights in the hospital, alone. The taste of metal in her mouth. The exhaustion that felt like drowning. You call this management, she says quietly. Her mother sighs. Stop being dramatic. You're not starving. Lan stares at her. I stapled my shoes together, mother. Silence spreads like smoke. Her father's face hardens. I trusted you to handle the finances fairly. Mrs. Hand's voice sharpens. I did what any mother would. I invested where it mattered. Lan feels the anger burning behind her ribs. You invested in appearances. Her mother stands tall, chin lifted. You will not speak to me like that. Lan doesn't move. I already have. Mr. Min rises slowly, pushing back his chair. I'm freezing the accounts. His words land heavy between them. Mrs. Hand blinks, stunned. You wouldn't dare. I just did, he says, calm and final. She steps closer to him, voice breaking. Everything I did was for this family. He looks at her with quiet grief. No, Han, it was for control. Her eyes fill with tears, but they don't soften. I won't be humiliated in my own home. She grabs her coat and storms out. The door slams like a verdict. Lan exhales shakily, gripping the table edge. Her father closes his eyes. We call the lawyer tomorrow. Outside, the night hums with winter wind. Lan's phone buzzes. Thur's name glows on the screen. She answers. Why did Dad block my account? Thur cries. I have rent, collaborations, events. Lan cuts her off. That money was never yours. You're just jealous, Thur snaps. You always are. Lan's voice turns steady. I worked 3 jobs while you bought handbags. Silence. Then a click. The line ends. Lan drops the phone onto the table. Her father watches her quietly. She doesn't understand yet. She will, Lan replies. She gathers the papers into a folder. Tomorrow we see Mr. Bin. Her father nods. Are you ready for what comes next? Lan looks toward the window, where city lights tremble. I've lived in silence for too long, she says. I'm ready to be heard. Outside, the wind rises. Somewhere beyond the glass, the first snow begins to fall. Lan stands tall, a single thought steady in her mind. The truth is no longer negotiable. Something went wrong while generating the response. If this issue persists, please contact us through our help center at help. OpenAI, com, TH letter 1ED, L letter 1EA 1I. Lan spreads the documents across the dining table. Colored notes mark every transfer, every lie. Her father stands beside her, eyes weary but firm. The lawyer, Mr. Bin, flips through the evidence silently. This is deliberate misappropriation, he says at last. Lan nods, her voice low. She used my name to withdraw the funds. Mr. Min rubs his temples. Your grandmother's inheritance, gone. The room smells faintly of paper and coffee. Outside, traffic murmurs like distant waves. Lan opens her laptop and logs into the loan portal. Rejected, withdrawn, cancelled. Every application bears her name. She whispers, I never withdrew them. Mr. Bin adjusts his glasses. Someone accessed your accounts, likely from your mother's computer. The words sting sharper than expected. Her father grips the edge of the desk. She wanted you to struggle. Lan shakes her head. She wanted control. A soft chime breaks the silence. Her phone buzzes. Thur's voice bursts through the speaker, frantic. Lan, Dad froze the accounts. I can't pay rent. Lan closes her eyes. You'll figure it out, she says quietly. Like I always had to. Thur sobs, the sound distant and hollow. Please talk to him. I'll lose everything. Lan ends the call. Her hand trembles, but her face stays calm. Mr. Bin prints new forms. Asset protection, evidence preservation, legal complaint. Lan signs without hesitation. Her father watches, pride mixing with guilt. You shouldn't have had to fight this hard, he says. Lan smiles faintly. I'm not fighting alone anymore. That night, she receives a message from Professor Try. The scholarship board has approved her research funding. Her breath catches, half relief, half disbelief. She replies with simple gratitude. Another message follows, an article request from the university paper. They want to feature her lab project. For the first time, her name stands for her own work. No one else's approval attached. She closes her laptop and leans back. Outside, streetlights scatter across the glass like stars. Her father walks in carrying 2 mugs of tea. He sits beside her, silent for a moment. Then he says, "Your mother's reputation won't survive this." Lan looks at him gently. "Neither did my health when she took everything." He nods, defeated but resolute. "We'll see this through." Later, her phone lights up again, Thur's number. Lan hesitates, then answers. Thur's voice is soft this time. "I didn't know how hard it was for you." Lan listens without interrupting. "I started a part-time job," Thur adds. "It's small, but it's something." Lan exhales slowly. "It's a start," she says. After the call, she returns to the table. Documents, signatures, stamps, all proof of survival. She places her hand on the final page. No more silence. No more stolen futures. The truth has shape now, cold, heavy, undeniable. And for the first time, it belongs to her. The diner smells of coffee and rain. Lan sits in the corner booth, her folder on the table. She checks her watch, steadying her breath. 15 minutes late, the door swings open. Mrs. Han enters, elegant as ever, pearls gleaming. Thur follows, clutching a glossy gift bag. Lan stands but doesn't smile. "Thank you for coming," she says evenly. Her mother gestures to the waitress. "Herbal tea, please. This place is quaint." The silence stretches thin as glass. Then Mrs. Han begins, voice rehearsed and sweet. "Family means everything, Lan. We've all made mistakes." Thur nods quickly, eyes darting. "We just want peace, a fresh start." Lan folds her hands. "What kind of start requires a contract?" Her mother slides a manila folder forward. "An agreement," she says. "For everyone's sake." Lan opens it, scanning each line. Voluntary release of claim, mutual forgiveness, family harmony. Her throat tightens, but her voice remains calm. "So I give up everything, and you keep the money." Her mother smiles thinly. "Sometimes love means letting go." Lan closes the folder softly. She reaches into her bag and takes out another. "This one is mine." She lays down bank statements, transfer slips, timestamps. Dates, signatures, all pointing to the same betrayal. Thur's hand flies to her mouth. Her mother's face turns pale, then sharp. "This is unnecessary," Mrs. Han snaps. Lan doesn't stop. "February 3rd, 12,000 from my trust fund." She flips the page. "March 10th, 5,000 to Thur's account." The words cut through the diner's quiet hum. Mrs. Han reaches forward. "Stop this, Lan." Lan slides her phone across the table. A recorded voice plays, her mother's own. "Lan can manage. Thur needs more support. It's a mother's right." The sound ends. The silence after feels heavier than stone. Mrs. Han freezes, hand trembling. Thur whispers, "You said it was Dad's idea." Her mother looks away. "Enough," she says. "This conversation is over." Lan stays still. "No, it's just beginning." The diner door opens again. Mr. Min and Mr. Bin step inside, rain on their coats. Right on time. The lawyer sets his briefcase on the table. "This is a restitution agreement," he says. "Full repayment and division of assets." Lan's father speaks quietly. "The majority goes to Lan. Thur will receive a small stipend." Thur nods through tears. "That's fair," she says softly. Mrs. Han stares at her tea, motionless. Her perfect mask begins to crack. Lan gathers her documents, her voice steady. "I didn't come for revenge. I came for honesty." Her father places a hand on her shoulder. "We're done living behind lies." The lawyer collects the signed pages. Mrs. Han stands slowly, eyes glistening with pride and defeat. You'll regret this someday. Lan looks up, calm and certain. No, Mother, for once I won't. The waitress refills their cups in silence. Outside, rain streaks down the window like closing curtains. Lan watches her reflection in the glass. The storm is ending, and so is the performance. Something went wrong while generating the response. If this issue persists, please contact us through our help center at help. OpenAI, com, TH letter 1ED, L letter 1EA1I. Snow drifts softly outside Lan's window. A year has passed since the night everything broke. Her small apartment glows with quiet warmth. Books line the shelves, not unpaid bills anymore. The white lab coat hangs beside her diploma. Her name stitched in clean blue thread. Lan Han Nguyen, research assistant. She smiles each morning before putting it on. Her father calls, asking if she needs a ride. She laughs, reminding him she owns a car now. Dinner tonight, simple and real, no performances. Thur will be there, bringing sweet potatoes she made herself. Lan no longer feels the weight of anger. Only space, calm, and air to breathe. Her mother's Christmas card sits unopened on the mantel. Maybe one day she'll read it. Maybe not. Peace doesn't need witnesses. Lan steps to the window and watches the snow fall. Each flake lands quietly, erasing old footprints. She whispers to her reflection, steady and soft. I'm not what they took from me. She turns off the lights and smiles. The night feels clean, like a beginning.